Jared Kushner and Megan Trump, who made a lot of money in Trump's first term, they disappeared because they didn't want to lose their friends. They didn't want to be associated with the dumpster fire that was Donald Trump. Do you think that Donald Trump might have a grudge against Jared Kushner? I would think so. And do you think Donald Trump is a guy to just go? Do you think that he's like, well, yeah, he betrayed me, but at the same time, he's still my son-in-law, and, he's the father of my grandchildren, and he's a husband to my favorite daughter, Ivanka. No, he's like, screw this guy. First of all, he stole my daughter from me. Second of all, he made her convert to Judaism. What is that crap? And third of all, when I needed him the most, he ran away. So Jared Kushner comes back from exile, and now he is the most high-profile member of Trump's team in the Middle East. Do you think that's a good thing for him or a bad thing for him? He does.
Right.
But that's why Trump is so good, because he gives you what you want, right? If you love someone, you want to protect that person. You want to do what's right for that person. You don't give that person whatever he or she wants. I have this child, my boy, he's like 4. Every day he's saying to me, I want candy. If you don't give me candy, I hate you. You don't love me. And I'm like, okay, I don't love you then. So that's part of it, okay? But the thing about Donald Trump is he is a reality TV star. So he's thinking in terms of like plot lines and narrative, okay? So what's happening is that Donald Trump has betrayed MAGA, because the first thing that he's promised MAGA is no more wars, right? So he started this war unprovoked against Iran. And this is seen as a betrayal. And that's why so many influential MAGA people, such as Tucker Carlson, have come out and opposed this war. Because it's a betrayal of all that MAGA stands for, which is America first. So he's doing this, again, to put his enemies on a pedestal, to give them what they want, to collapse the military-industrial complex in the financial sector, who are his enemies, really, from the first term, right? But he also has to think ahead and say, how do I redeem myself in the eyes of MAGA? How do I get out of this dumpster fire, right? What's my off-ramp? And so at some point, when it's clear that this war is just a complete dumpster fire and he needs to bail, okay? He's going to bail because he's not invested in this war. He's got no ego in this thing, right? His job is to get a third term so that he can save America. And whether or not America wins this war, loses this war, he doesn't really care. It's not a factor in his calculations. But he needs to figure out how to create an off-ramp. Okay? So ask yourself this question. Why is Tulsi Gabbard in his cabinet? Why is she director of national intelligence? Where did she come from? She's a Democrat. And why would she be given such a powerful position in Washington, D.C.? And the reason why is everyone associates her with anti-war. Everyone associates her with anti-military industrial complex, right? So, in other words, Donald Trump came into a second term creating 2 camps. You have the anti-war camp, J.D. Vance and Tulsi Gabbard. And you have like the pro-war people, Marco Rubio, Jared Kushner, Peter Hegseth, right? These guys. So it's clear that there's this mass division in the White House. So why would Trump do that? Because Trump is trying to create a narrative where at first he was bamboozled by Marco Rubio and Peter Hegseth and Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff.